Bob Neal and Doug Collins with you from the Bradley Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The streaking Chicago Bulls and the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's have a look at the starting lineups. First of all, for Phil Jackson's Chicago Bulls, Will Perdue will start at center. Stacey King will probably spend more minutes there during the game, however. Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant at the forwards. Michael Jordan, John Paxson at the guards for Chicago. Chicago 37-20 in second place in the Atlantic. They would be in third place if the playoffs were to start today in the Eastern Conference. For the Milwaukee Bucks, in third place in the Central Division, I should say, Del Harris will have Greg Anderson and Jeff Grayer at the forwards. Jack Sikma, even though he's bothered by the back, will be at center. Alvin Robertson and Jay Humphrey. Jay Humphreys has sore ribs, will be starting at guards. And the Milwaukee Bucks are, I would say at this point in time, about the most injured team in the NBA. Assistant coach Mike Dunleavy will suit up and will see some action in the game tonight. Earl Strom, Jack Neeson, Terry Durham are the officials tonight from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Doug, the Del Harris's injuries are, it's incredible how much the player games has missed have just mounted up into phenomenal numbers.
Well, you know, if they continue on the pace they are right now, Bob, at the end of the season, their 12-man roster will miss an average of 19 games. That's almost a quarter of a season by each man. It's amazing that he's held this team together. I think it's a real credit to his coaching.
In third place in the Central Division, the Bulls in second place.
We have to really watch the matchup. Alvin Robertson against Michael Jordan, a terrific defender and obviously the most dominant offensive player in the game today. And Michael Jordan, offensive rebounding here. You already see the quickness of the Chicago Bulls getting 2-3 shot opportunities. If Milwaukee is to win this game, they must limit them to one shot, make them shoot perimeter jump shots.
The ball belongs to the Milwaukee Bucks. Opening moments from Bradley Center. Jeff Grayer handling the ball at the point, now getting down low. Robertson and Humphreys are the guards. Here's Sikma. That patented turnaround is partially blocked by Will Perdue. Jordan has the Bulls running. To Pippen with the double clutch. He drew the foul, but missed the basket.
Let's take a look here to the keys, Bob, to winning for Chicago. You see Scottie Pippen. First of all, aggressive defense. When the Bulls are at their best is when they're forcing turnovers, they're getting out and getting into a running game, which we see force the tempo, want to get second shots, and then hit perimeter jumpers. And when I talk about that, you talk about Paxson, you talk about Hodges, a Michael Jordan, a Horace Grant. Normally, Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan are going to do a lot of penetrating, pitching out to open shooters. When the Bulls are shooting the ball very well, they're a very tough team to beat.
Pippen gets one of the two free throws, and Chicago leads 1-0 with 50 seconds gone in the game. 1 point has been scored. The foul, by the way, was on Sikma. Some full court pressure by Chicago. Grayer looking inside for Anderson against Perdue. Tip back up and in. Who got it? Robertson?
I think it was Alvin Robertson. Looked like he and Jack Sikma were together.
Robertson gets credit for the bucket. It's 2-1 Bucks. Paxson into Perdue. 7-footer stuffs it. So he got inside Greg Anderson and past Jack Sikma.
Nice strong move by Will Perdue to the basket. Coming off a good game against Boston. He had 10 points in their win Sunday afternoon. A good win for the Chicago Bulls to go in at Boston Garden.
Alvin Robertson got down on the baseline, and it's a 1-point Bucks lead. Michael Jordan averaging 33 points exactly per game to lead all NBA scorers.
See, Michael's tough right down there in the post. If they allow him to post, he's going to be very difficult because he can get you in foul trouble.
From the corner, Michael Jordan. From Will Perdue.
See, he's just impossible to defend, Bob. He can post you. He can drive it past you. You get up to play him. If you get off of him, he can shoot the three-point shot. He's just an impossible player because he has every skill necessary to be in every facet of the game.
Pippen defending Grayer. Horace Grant against Anderson. He traveled with the ball after he drew the double team. Pippen came in, got all over him on that play.
All right, here's Michael Jordan's last basket. He's going to look like he's going to cut. The ball's going to go into post. He's going to cut. Alvin Robertson gives ground with him, which he has to do. He steps back and makes the open jump shot. Just excellent fundamental footwork there by Michael Jordan.
Chicago by 1, 5-4, 9:36 to go. First quarter from Milwaukee. Paxson to Perdue. 9 on the shot clock for Chicago. Pippen with a lean in.
Well, Scottie Pippen has a size advantage down there on Jeff Grayer. Scottie Pippen at 6'8" with long arms, and he's improving his post play. His first 2 years, Scottie really not a guy that you'd want to go to in the post, but getting much better in that phase of the game.
Alvin Robertson carrying the scoring load, has all 6 of the Bucks points. Chicago still leads 7-6. Robertson's 3 out of 3. Purdue goes to the left hand, misses badly, but Pippen lost it out of bounds. It'll belong to Milwaukee. Let's take a look at Milwaukee's keys to winning.
First of all, I talked to Del Harris before the game. He said, we've got to be sound fundamentally, Doug. We've got to be able to clog up the middle, identify the Chicago shooters, and limit their second shots. He says it sounds good on paper. Whether we can do it or not is another story.
Robertson defense by Jordan inside to Sikma over Purdue.
Jack Sikma has that great inside reverse pivot move, Bob. He squares you up. He pump fakes you. If you don't go for it, he shoots it. If you do, he gets you off balance, and he can drive the ball past you. That time, a little pump fake, getting Will Purdue in the air, and he converted on the little short-range jump shot.
That was a lazy pass from Pippen. Robertson didn't see it coming. 5 on the shot clock. Horace Grant from 15. Anderson with the rebound. Bucks lead it by 1. 8:09 to go, first quarter.
They need some points out of Jay Humphries tonight, too, Bob. He's got to be able to take the ball on the dribble and penetrate, make some things happen. Very good screen roll player, as we see Jeff Grayer with a stand-up jump shot. Was able to knock it in from about 17.
Gonna have a jump ball. Scottie Pippen with a smile of disbelief.
Well, Earl Strom is the best. I think Earl started to call a foul there and realized there was not one. The ball went out of bounds, and he did the smart thing. He called a jump ball, but only an experienced official can react that quickly. Earl's still one of the tops.
Pippen wins the jump, and they're gonna get Jay Humphries on a hold, a loose ball foul, as he was holding John Paxson, who was going for the loose ball. Humphries with his first person. Bulls trail by 3. Jordan from this corner. He didn't get this one, but Grant's there for the offensive rebound. Good block by Greg Anderson. Jordan gets inside with it. Stop that.
See, there's again second shot opportunities. Horace Grant goes up, he gets it, doesn't get it to fall, tips it. Michael keeps it alive, drives it to the basket. 3 shot opportunities, finally a score.
Bucks by 1. Inside to Anderson against Grant. Draws a crowd. Robertson is on fire. He has 8 points.
And I was just going to say, on the season, he's shooting 50%, but normally he gets a lot of easy baskets off steals. I've not seen him shoot the jumper this well all season long.
Purdue goes to the left hand.
Tough move.
Left-handed hook. That's new.
Well, Purdue, nice move there on the blocks. Left-handed hook shot. So he's at a left-handed hook shot, a nice slam dunk. So he's very active right now on the offensive end. See, that's a mismatch they've got to go to. Jay Humphries is so strong that he can get John Paxson down around that 10-foot area and shoot the ball over the top of him. Nice play there by Milwaukee.
Milwaukee has hit 7 shots in a row to lead 14-11. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Inside of Purdue again. A double clutch. He's fouled and go to the line. So Will Purdue will probably play around 20 to 25 minutes in the game, and Stacey King will come in and play center also in the absence of the starting center, Bill Cartwright. 6:28 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back to Milwaukee. From Chicago, there are from Milwaukee to this ballgame.
Well, this has been a very friendly building to Chicago over the last few years. Last year winning all 3 times in here, the year before, and the year before that in the last year of the Mecca winning twice there. So Chicago, it's a very easy trip to be able to get on the bus, come up here. The players are very relaxed coming up here. They play and go right back home. And there are a lot of Chicago fans here as we see Will Purdue at the line. And Will has gotten very good inside post position here against this Milwaukee team, and he's made them pay now with 5 points.
Well, like everybody, playing time, all the players always say it, of course, as he gets the rattle on that one. And Will Purdue has 6 points to lead Chicago scorers.
I think when you look at Will Purdue can score points. I think the one thing he has to really improve on is his defense and his rebounding. But Will is a scorer. He can score around the basket, and he has a very good touch to medium range on his jump shot.
This may be an NBA first, too. 3 Vanderbilt players on the rosters of these 2 teams at the same time.
That's right.
Here's Robertson against Paxson from 18. Tough shot.
He's feeling it tonight, Bob. Normally Alvin Robertson wants to put the ball on the floor and drive it past you. He has 10 points, 5 out of 5 from the field, and he's looking to just pull up and shoot his shot.
Earl Strom with the call. Kicking violation. It'll be Chicago ball with a new 24-second clock. Here's Robertson, and Paxson's right in his face.
Well, normally he would try to drive the ball past Paxson. He just gets a little room and he goes up and shoots the ball. Excellent shot and hits nothing but the bottom of the net.
Paxson sees Pippen inside, but the bounce took off on him, and that's Chicago's first turnover, trailing the Bucks 16-13, 5:52 to go in the first quarter. Brad Lohaus, 44, into the ball game. Into Humphries, was wide open as he drove down the lane.
Jay Humphries actually loves to use his left hand around the basket more than his right. That time you saw him take the baseline, shoot it around the basket with his left hand. Beautiful move, nice give and go, and they caught the Chicago Bulls on the high screen.
Jordan for three. And it's a 2-point Bucks lead as Stacey King is about to enter the ball game for the Chicago Bulls.
Well,
Jordan has 7.
Ricky Pierce in the game right now. He has been on fire lately, averaging over 30 a game in his last 6 ball games.
This is a moving pick on Lohaus.
Bob, let's get a look here at Jay Humphries. A nice little rub cut. Horace comes over to help out. He takes him around. You see him use the left hand there, and he's a right-handed player taking it around, and you're going to see him on the drive tonight. He loves to go with his left hand, and he'll finish the ball around the basket that way, and he's very difficult to defend.
They call that moving screen foul on Tony Brown, by the way, number 35 in for Milwaukee right now. Bucks by 2 points. Pippen on the drive off the glass. Tip in by Stacey King.
See the quickness again to the basketball. You know, Stacey King that time with an offensive rebound, and I know I sound redundant, but second shots are going to determine this basketball game, especially for Chicago.
Pippen almost had another steal. He leads all the forwards in the league in steals. That was Alvin Robertson, who's got 12. Bucks by 3, looking for Horace Grant down low.
See, he has the size advantage right there with Tony Brown. They're mismatched at every position right now. You see Stacey King with Lohaus. You see Horace Grant with Tony Brown. Right now, the Bucks are going to have big problems trying to defend against the Chicago Bulls.
There's Pippen with the steal. Jordan caused it, though, as he blocked the pass. The feed to Grant from Pippen, who's fouled and misses the shot. The foul is on Brown. He has 2.
Well, if you get a chance to watch this play, I don't know if we'll have it or not, but when Horace Grant goes to the basket, he used his right hand here on the drive, Bob. If he would have planted strong and gone up with his left hand, he might have got a 3-point play opportunity. As it was in shooting the ball with his right hand, the man was able to hit him on the arm, and it forced him to miss the shot. So around that basket, you got to use your off arm. We got to get a nice shot of it here. Watch him now as he's going to go up. Right hand right there, and he gets slapped on the right hand. If he would have used his right arm for protection, probably would have got a 3-point play.
Horace is averaging nearly 14 points a game, 13-7, gets both of the free throws, and the Bulls have retaken the lead 22-20 with 4 minutes to go. First quarter from Bradley Center in Milwaukee.
Well, it's a high-scoring first quarter. That's to the Bulls' liking.
Robertson popped Paxson in the mouth with that ball. Lohaus, good perimeter shooter, buries this one from 18. It's tied at 22. Jordan goes off the glass, and Michael has 9 to lead the Chicago scorers. Alvin Robertson with 12 for Milwaukee. We're in the first quarter.
I don't know if it's a game of no defense or if the offense is just so great. There's been nobody missing any shots right now.
Shooting percentage very high. At one time, Milwaukee had hit 7 field goals in a row. Now they've hit 11 in a row. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Lohaus goes for 3 and misses, but there's offensive rebounding by who else? Alvin Robertson.
It's one of those nights, right spot, right time. That time, Alvin Robertson, the ball tipped right to him, and he's on the way to a big night right now. Chicago's going to have to clamp down on him. Michael Jordan, an outstanding defensive player, is going to have to try to take him out of the ball game in the next few minutes.
Horace Grant with 10 on the shot clock for Chicago. Tried to get it into Scottie Pippen, flashing down into the lane. Back out to Paxson with 3 on the clock. King with the offensive rebound. He'll just set it back up again as Michael Jordan's out here at midcourt. Tied at 24.
See, Stacey King's got the quickness advantage. If they can get the ball inside him, he should be able to take the ball past Lohaus.
Dillon Ill-advised pass to Paxson with 9 on the shot clock. John Paxson buries an 18-footer.
So you just can't give any help off John Paxson. Chicago has a very good blend right now, shooters and penetrators. And if you try to get back help into the post, they make you pay. Now your postmen get single coverage and they can make you pay. So nice blend right now of inside-outside.
Robertson has 16 points. And get this, Alvin Robertson's season average is 14.5. He has 16 with 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Timeout, Chicago from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
For 8, that means you can miss your next 8 and still be shooting 50%. So when you have that kind of conscience, Bob, you just keep letting it fire, and you look at the stats and you say, hey, I shot 50%.
That's called no conscience.
That's right.
Well, the Bulls have Ed Neely checked into the ball game with Paxson, Stacey King, Pippen, and Michael Jordan.
Ed Neely's played terrific basketball for Chicago over the last 2 weeks.
Michael Jordan now has 11.
How would you like to guard him? Would that be your biggest nightmare? I mean, you go out to play him, he drives it past you. You get off of him, he shoots a 3. He posts you up. I mean, the guy does not miss foul shots. That's the guy you go out and you get 3 quick fouls and you sit down.
It takes
Say, coach, give him someone else.
Jordan's 5 out of 5 early in this ball game tonight, leading the league in scoring again with 33 a game. Good hook pass from Pierce inside. Nice play into Greer. Pippen had Jordan posted over in the corner with no defender on him, but instead tried to get the hook to go. It's tied at 28. Robertson finally misses a shot.
That was his easiest shot of the game. Wide open, looked like he wanted to pass that one. There should have been no decision. When you're 8 for 8, don't even look to pass the ball. There's a 3. He gets off him and shoots a 3, right?
And that's 2 threes already tonight. So you get off him, he hits a 3. You get up on him, he goes to the basket. If you get a help on the defense, he draws the foul.
Well, how about you're having your career game, you've got 16, and the guy you're playing's got 14. You know, that's nice, isn't it?
And we'll probably end up with more than you have
with
anyway.
40.
Alvin Robertson knows that.
That's right.
45 seconds to go in the first quarter. Inside, Fred Roberts can't hold on to it. Robertson missed that stick back attempt, and here comes Michael Jordan. Hits him down low.
You see the anticipation when Michael comes down. The fans are just excited about what's going to happen. So he says, I'll just shoot an easy little jump shot here.
From Scottie Pippen. Good ball movement, intelligent play between Pippen and Jordan that time on 2 or 3 passes preceding that shot.
Well, what Chicago does very well is Jordan and Pippen both penetrate, and they force people to come to them. And then when you pitch the ball out to open shooters and those shots go in, it makes your offense run really smoothly.
Ricky Pierce from the corner. Pierce gets his first points of the night.
Well, better be aware of another 3-pointer.
Jordan, from about 30 feet, catches the front end of the rim. These teams have penetrated the 30-point mark. Chicago leads by 3 after 1.
Let's take a look here at Alvin Robertson on the drive. He's hit 5 jump shots when this happens. Horace Grant starts to run at him. He goes up strong with a driving slam dunk. Beautiful play by Alvin Robertson. You see 8 for 10. He missed his last 2 shots to have 16 points. And on the other end, Michael Jordan, the most dominant offensive player in sports today, with his jump shot. And Michael had 16 also in the first half, so he was 7 for 9. Both players on fire. And, you know, I think that Del Harris actually went out to get Alvin Robertson as a guy to defend against Michael Jordan, knowing that Chicago had beaten them 11 out of 12 times the last 2 seasons and that they could meet each other in the playoffs, Bob. I felt Boston did that a few years ago with Dennis Johnson to go against Andrew Toney when he was with Philadelphia.
Rebound tipped out by Pippen and controlled by Craig Hodges, seeing his first action of the game. And Will Perdue back in there. They've moved Stacey King to the power forward spot. Michael Jordan and Hodges at the guards for Chicago, leading by 3, opening moments first quarter. Hodges off the screen trying to get into the corner.
But you got to play him to the 3-point line, which gives your postman room to work. There's Stacey King inside.
Good power move. He bumped Fred Roberts and drove inside. Reading an article in the Chicago paper just yesterday about Stacey King learning about the physical play of the NBA and what he can get away with.
Well, Stacey King loves the drop step, Bob. You're going to see him here. He loves to start to the middle, spin, drop step, and he loves to come back with that left hand. Now, early in the season, he was getting a lot of shots blocked because as he was making his move, he was very hesitant. He was pump faking. Guys were getting up and blocking his shot. Now he's going quickly to the basket, shooting almost 48% now, his shooting percentage up, averaging almost 8 points a game, and is getting better and better every night.
We've got a jump ball. Scottie Pippen tying up Robertson. Here's some scores around the NBA tonight. Portland and the Knicks are knotted up. Utah leading Orlando in Florida. Atlanta Hawks in front of Phoenix at the Omni. Sacramento, Detroit. A lot of close games in Detroit tied up. Indiana leading Washington. The Pacers, by the way, are only 2 games behind Milwaukee in the Central Division, as Milwaukee's lost 3 in a row with all these injuries.
You know, over the last 25, 26 games of the season, Chicago, as they're going to make their run at Detroit, has 16 games remaining at home, only 9 on the road. So they're in a position to make a nice run, Bob. And so what they'd like to do is put themselves in a position to get themselves as many home court advantages as they can going into the playoffs.
Inside to Purdue from Jordan, it was Sigma who knocked it out of bounds with 9 on the shot clock, so the Bulls will maintain possession of the ball, leading it by 5. Bulls on a 9-4 run over the last 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Shot clock to 8, 7, 6, and counting. Jordan pulls up for a 3, misses this one, steals the rebound, but they're going to call him for a loose ball foul.
See, Michael is so good, Bob. And I can't tell you, he's such a good offensive player, basketball player, period. But he can go out and for 6 or 8 minutes just be in the flow of things. You think he's not doing anything, and all of a sudden he hits you with 10 points in 2 minutes. And that's the greatness and the dominance of him out there on the floor, as he can get other people involved and still score his 35 points before it's over.
Ricky Pierce, leading 6-man scorer in the NBA. Right now, I'd call him at least my front runner for the NBA 6-man award.
There's 3 right there.
Hodges in the corner. NBA 3-point shootout king.
See, Del Harris did not want Craig Hodges to end up here in Chicago. For the longest time, Chicago tried to get Craig Hodges. He got away to Phoenix, and he did not want him coming back to Chicago. His worst nightmare has been realized, and Hodges has hurt them.
Sigma misses the perimeter shot. You said in the opening that Sigma struggling with his offensive game this year. You see there.
Just doesn't have his legs right now, and you can just see it in his shot.
Pippen from Jordan.
That's the weakest part of Scottie Pippen's game right there, is his medium-range jump shooting. When he makes that shot, he's going to even go to another level.
Good feed inside to Greg Anderson. He draws the foul from Will Purdue.
If you take a look at Greg Anderson, right now he is not his normal self. He had knee surgery, torn cartilage. He's tried to rehab to come back. He's worked very hard. He has a sore hamstring to try to work to get his leg back into shape. When he backs off of it a little bit, he gets fluid in his knee. So right now he's sort of in betwixt and in between, Bob, in his rehab. What he actually needs is time off, and you just don't have that during the season. So the offseason is going to be very important to Greg Anderson. They got him as a young, aggressive, active player that can rebound, block shots, and run the floor. And he's been a disappointment this year to him because he's been hurt.
Milwaukee's first free throws of this game. Anderson gets them both, and it's a 4-point Chicago lead. 9:43 remaining in the second quarter. B.J. Armstrong in at the point now, as Michael Jordan gets a brief rest for Chicago.
Now, B.J. can shoot the open shot. You don't want to give him that shot. That's his very, very good shooter.
Collegiate three-pointer there.
That's an excellent shot. B.J. Armstrong, you got to identify shooters on the floor. Rather than run at Scottie Pippen, get off him, make him shoot the shot. Don't let him create.
This will be nice. Well, I was hoping for more from Scottie Pippen. By the way, Pippen is 3rd in the NBA in steals, averaging 2.5 a game, has more than anybody as a front court player.
Well, that's what speed and quickness does for you out on the floor. It just disrupts the whole game. You can see Milwaukee just does not have the quickness to match up against Chicago. They're going to have to go power with Ricky Pierce down in the post.
And Craig Hodges will have trouble stopping Ricky Pierce, who's as good down there as anybody 6'4" in the league. Pippen, offensive foul.
Jay Humphries here with a pass. Those diagonal passes are death in the NBA. You just cannot make those casual passes. Scottie picks it off. You see the long stride, the slam cam, the easy two-handed dunk.
I wanted more there. I'd only give him about a 6 on that.
See, I tell you what, I like what Milwaukee's doing here right now, Bob. Del Harris recognizes the strength factor as opposed to speed and quickness. He has two big, strong guards in the game. He's running Ricky Pierce in the post against Hodges. And you see him down here right now with the foul and the score. Ricky Pierce actually playing as a two-guard, but he's a forward. He loves to play around the basket. I think he also had a technical foul
called on Will Perdue. That may be his first in the NBA, at least to my knowledge. Maybe in his life.
Jack Sikma, almost a 90% free throw shooter.
Perdue thought he was coming out of the ball game when they sent Grant in. They left Perdue on the floor, so it'll be Horace Grant. Let's see if Perdue's going to the sideline now. He doesn't know. He's staying in the game. It's Stacey King, Horace Grant, Craig Hodges, and B.J. Armstrong.
If the Bulls stay with this Armstrong and Hodges as their smaller guards in the game right now, with Pippen and Jordan out of the ball game, Milwaukee's going to have to continue to expose them inside. It's going to force Chicago to double team. They're going to have to come down and give help because B.J. and Hodges cannot handle those stronger players around the basket.
Pierce has 10 points in this ball game. Chicago's lead cut to 2 with 8:35 to go in the first half. Bucks on a 6-0 run. Armstrong had it punched away from behind by Humphries. Nice drive to the basket, but he was fouled by Craig Hodges.
Milwaukee, #1 in the league in steals. What they do best, Robertson, Humphries, kicking the ball loose out in the open floor. And I think, again, you saw Humphries that time take the ball with his left hand to the basket, as we see Phil Jackson talking to his assistant, Johnny Bach, trainer Mark Feil. And they have to be very pleased right now. They're a 2-point lead that they have, and they're able to rest Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen.
Humphries missing the free throw with 8:23 to go in the first half. At the conclusion of tonight's game, Doug and I will be selecting the Miller Lite player of the game. I was ready to vote Alvin Robertson player of the game halfway through the first quarter. Then we looked up and Michael Jordan, his...
Don't give that car away too quickly. A lot of time left to be played. What a bizarre finish of our game the other night. Detroit and Philadelphia. It looked like Philadelphia had the game won, and just an incredible finish like our game we had Boston and Detroit a few years ago in the playoffs, Bob.
The Larry steals the ball.
That's right.
B.J. Armstrong with a nice drive. Offensive foul.
That's a good call. B.J. Armstrong got in the lane, Bob, and he jumped in. He tried to create the contact. As a rookie, you will not get that call, B.J., so just run back down the floor.
B.J. Armstrong looks like he's about 14 years old.
Here he is now. He's going to jump in. You're going to see it. Jumps in. That's the verticality rule, the principle of verticality. He was fouled on the arm, but he forced the contact. Excellent call by Terry Durham.
10 seconds on the shot clock for Milwaukee, trailing only by 1. Beautiful drive by Humphries, and now Milwaukee has the lead. Bucks on a 9-0 run. And a timeout call by Phil Jackson, with the Bucks regaining the lead in this game. 7:44 to go in the first half.
Decimating. They just cannot get anything going. Just about the minute they get any kind of rhythm, 2 or 3 players go down. Now you bring out a different group of players. It's tough to get anything going like that. Del Harris and his staff have done a magnificent job.
Inside to Horace Grant, and Chicago ends the 9-0 Milwaukee run and regains the lead by 1.
See if they go inside to Ricky Pierce against Hodges. I think they'd like to rub cut him down into the post and see if they can get the ball. And if they do, see if they go into a double team.
There he is. There's the pass.
Well, Hodges got the ball knocked loose, but Pierce had a layup, Bob, over the top there.
And Hodges with the baseline drive kicks it out to Grant, who gives it to King. Beautiful ball movement.
That was
from
great.
Hodges to Grant to King.
Very unselfish play. Horace Grant actually had a layup. He dished the ball off to Stacey King. What that will do, that will make Stacey King do the same thing in return. That's how you become an unselfish team.
Pierce misses the jumper. Tough rebound by Greg Anderson. Chicago by 1. Ed Neely set to check in for Chicago along with Michael Jordan. Stacey King from the right side.
Nice screen and roll that time. B.J. Armstrong, Stacey King, the 2 rookies getting valuable playing time here. If they're going to give Chicago any help in the playoffs right now, they need to be able to get some experience.
Lohaus left alone for the 3, misses from outside. He's a good perimeter shooter. Chicago by 3. Shot clock to 10. Horace Grant over Lohaus.
Brad Lohaus has got to put a body on Horace Grant. He's letting him cut wherever he wants to go right now. You can't let a quick player get to where he wants to go, Bob. You got to bump him. If it means taking a foul, you got to take a foul. See if they try to go inside against the Pierce against Hodges.
They've got Pierce posted down on the right side. Now Sikma for three.
See, he has no legs in that shot. He's very short on that shot.
Pierce will pull up from 15, and Miss Hodges gets the long rebound.
Well,
Bulls by 5.
Chicago scores this time down. Del Harris, I think, is going to need a timeout to quiet his troops a little bit. They've had a 1-point lead that's going to be down to a 7-point deficit here.
Nice moves by King, but a better move by Anderson to block it out of bounds with 10 on the Chicago shot clock as Neely and Jordan check back in for the Chicago Bulls.
Watch now, as Stacy goes up here, watch him. He's going to expose the basketball with his left arm. Here's where he wants to shoot it with his right hand, Bob. He brings it back with his left hand. He gets it blocked. You know, for young players watching out there, that's the importance of developing both hands. Stacy, a left-handed player, must be able to use his right hand around the basket.
Michael Jordan announces his re-entry into the game with his 18th point, and the Bulls lead it by 7. And as predicted by my buddy only moments ago, Del Harris does get the timeout with 5:17 to go in the half. Midnight Eastern time. No. Humphreys guarded by Paxson. Paxson gets the long rebound, keeps it alive at least for Michael Jordan. It's 52-45 Chicago. 5 minutes to go. Second quarter from Bradley Center in Milwaukee. See what Del Harris did with his timeout here.
Well, here's your nightmare. Michael Jordan going into the post.
How about a triple clutch and then the tip in by Stacy King?
See what happens there, Bob. He goes into the post. He gets in the lane. Someone comes over, a big man, to help block the shot. Now no one blocks Stacy King off the board. So Michael Jordan's shot, although it missed, created a second shot opportunity for Chicago.
Robertson gets his first points in this quarter after having 16 in the first quarter. And speaking of Stacy King, he has 10 points and 5 rebounds, playing strong again. The combination of King and Purdue has filled in well for the injured Bill Cartwright. King being the man who gets most of the crunch time playing at that position. Here's Pierce. Rebound, Paxson.
That was a bad shot by Ricky Pierce. He tried to force that over Michael Jordan.
Taking violation on Pierce.
And Jeff Greer coming into the game for Ricky Pierce. That's what happens when you get on a roll offensively. You think every shot you're going to take is going to go in. And that time he got hung in the air, and he just took a bad shot. So he'll go over and have a little bit of a seat now and rest as Jeff Greer comes into the game.
Bulls by 7. Jordan has 18.
Illegal defense on Cadillac Anderson there. Didn't clear through with a cutter, Bob. He was so worried about Michael Jordan isolating. Going to see Michael Jordan catch the basketball. All right, Greg Anderson guarding Stacy King. King leaves and Greg Anderson stays. That's illegal defense right there. First one is a violation, a warning, new shot clock. Next violation will be a technical foul. And here's Michael Jordan in the post again. See if his double team here creates an open shot for one of his teammates.
There's the double team. There's the pass to King in the paint. Doesn't get the finger roll. It'll belong to Milwaukee.
See, but again, Michael Jordan, you know, we can talk here all night. Michael Jordan is an offense within an offense. Get him the ball, force double teams, and find the open man. Then the key is just making your shot.
Robertson.
What if he called bank? You think he called bank?
Yeah,
I
heard him. He did. And you know, he's got kind of a little personal horse game going on with Michael Jordan out there, which is maybe not too wise.
Well, they've known each other from the Olympic days, so they've seen a lot of each other. And Stacy King's having his way right now with Greg Anderson, although he missed 2 easy shots in a row.
54-49, the Bulls by 5. 3 minutes to go, first half. Inside to Anderson again. It was blocked by Neely, now controlled by Paxson. Has Pippen out on the right side. And Neely down the middle. He couldn't handle the pass.
That was foreign territory for Ed Neely. Ed normally a screener. Got him a block shot on that when he was so excited he went out on the floor and then fumbled the pass.
There's that Bulls defense. That was Pippen, and here comes Jordan. Humphreys, nice defensive play to stop Michael in the open court.
Yeah, people wanted to slam dunk, though. They're booing here. They saw Michael in the open floor, and I think Michael banged his shoulder or his ankle or something.
Looks like his right ankle. Mark Feil is out to check on the franchise.
That is the definition of a thoroughbred right there. Michael Jordan. You ever want to build an athlete? 6'6", no body fat, leaping, thinking, every phase of it. But here's Michael in the open court. You're going to see him cross over.
There's where it looked like it hurt himself right there.
Yeah, maybe as he started to cross over, I think his foot sort of got stuck on the floor and he rolled it over.
He's put on a brand new pair of sneakers.
Well, he goes through a lot of them. I saw him every night put on a new pair. I just wanted his old ones to recycle.
It's create an entire international industry.
Well, if you had him sign a pair of those for you after every game, you could make some big money out on the street.
Speaking of international, congratulations to Josh Rosenfield, the former PR director for the Lakers. It's been named by the NBA commissioner to the new NBA director of international public relations. Deserving fellas. He'll do a good job in that area. That's
see if Michael's okay here. 36-inch vertical on that one.
Yeah, he seemed to be relatively okay. Missed the hoop, however. Milwaukee comes away with a ball, and Neely takes Grayer down hard.
Boy, you know, Del Harris, all he can see is Jeff Grayer's knee being pinned underneath him there as he tries to go out on this loose ball. See Del Harris, real classy guy there, a good friend. But here's Michael's jump shot. Rattles in and out. Loose ball, you're going to see the ball on the floor. Now watch Jeff Grayer here as he tries to get out of here. You're going to see Ed Neely fall on his leg, and he's already got a brace on the other one. That is how you get hurt right there.
Speaking of Del Harris, I know you've known him a long time. We're friends with him. He wears 2 hats with Milwaukee. A lot of work for this man.
Well, yes, and right now, you know, I think there's a lot of speculation that Del has talked about not coaching next year. Not true. Del wants to get 300 wins. He's very pleased with his coaching, loves it here, but he feels like his long-term future will be in the front office after he gets out of coaching.
Well, he's good at it.
Yes, he is.
Front office I'm talking about.
He's good at all of it.
Jordan penetrating, drawing the foul. Anderson picks up his second personal. Chicago's lead at only 3.
We got a technical foul here, I think.
And it's on Greg Anderson. Coming up at halftime, the Prudential Halftime Report. Craig Sager will be in our Atlanta studios with scores and highlights from around the league. Hope you'll catch that action. Michael Jordan will shoot the technical, of course. Michael has 19 points in the game presently. You know why they called him Cadillac Anderson in Houston? He rode a bike to class all the time. Figure that one out.
Well, I would say I saw him in college play at Houston when I was working as an assistant coach out at Arizona State. And he was a long, lanky kid, did not have great strength, and did not like to bang at all. And his senior year, he went over to Hawaii and played and was running and banging people. Actually was part of the trade where Michael Thompson went to the Lakers. He was the first pick of San Antonio in that draft. And he's become a very good young player. Will be better when his knee gets sound.
Jordan has 20 now. Here's the pressure, that double team. Jordan with the ball. And the two-handed jam for 22. Oh, he had help on the double team from Grant. Needed no help on the jam.
Well, this is an important stretch here. 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes to go. The Bucks do not want to get down 10 points here at the end of this half.
Lohaus from Robertson in the corner. Lohaus with 4 points in the game. Chicago by 5. Turnaround jump shot rattles in for Grant. Amidst cries from the Milwaukee faithful of 3 seconds. Sigma with a monster screen. Humphries went to his left hand, as you pointed out. He loves it. It's not really an offhand for him, is it?
No, he loves to take it inside, use his big, strong body and defend. Critical turnover there for Chicago. They'd like to get this lead up to 7 or 9. Milwaukee would like to cut it to maybe 2 or 3. Here's a left hand again.
Dishes out to Grayer in the corner, and it's a 3-point game as the Bucks are on a run. Grayer has 8. 40 seconds remaining in the half. Chicago appearing a little disorganized at the moment offensively.
I'd like for Michael to create here, take it to the basket.
Got him down too low. Grant with a double clutch, put back. Big rebound by Lohaus. The Bucks could cut it to 1 or better.
They want a last shot here. They want to hold it up here. They don't want to take this shot.
Almost stolen by Jordan, as they just didn't have the patience that Del Harris might have wanted them to have with 15.9 seconds to go in the half.
Well, there's 0.9 differential on the clock right now, so they want to get the last shot, either go down 3 or maybe tied or down 1. They don't want to give the Bulls an opportunity to score. See, I think they'll try to open it up, let Humphries play screen and roll, maybe with a Sigma, to get the ball in the lane.
Sigma draws the double and triple team, bounces it inside to the open man. It's Grayer. He's fouled with 2 seconds remaining in the half. Grayer can hit the free throws and bring the Bucks to within 1.
Well, Chicago that time saw that Milwaukee was holding the ball out, so they sent Horace Grant over to double team, forced him to make an extra pass. They found Grayer in the lane, Bob, and the foul. Craig Hodges coming into the game after this free throw. An excellent three-point shooter coming in for Stacey King. So in essence, the Bulls now have 4 guards on the floor with Pippen, Paxson, Hodges, and Jordan. See if they can rush the ball up the floor, maybe free a Paxson or a Hodges for an open shot.
Jeff Grayer out of Iowa State in his second year has 10 points. It's a 1-point game. Pippen from half court. He's hit these before, but not this time. It's a good one from Bradley Center in Milwaukee. The Bulls by 1 at the half.
Chance points. Milwaukee had the same. Here's the field goal percentage on Milwaukee, 61%. Chicago 58. Both teams shooting very well. But here it is. Milwaukee stayed even on the boards. Very important statistic. That's why they're right in the ball game right now, down only 1. And we're also going to see turnovers and points off turnovers. Both teams with 8. Milwaukee taking advantage at +5. We said that Milwaukee was #1 in the league at creating steals. So when you look at the statistics right now, I think the one thing you'd have to be concerned about if you're Del Harris is, can we continue to shoot this kind of pace? Chicago gets a lot of easy shots. I think they have more firepower right now as we look at the scoring leaders right now. Chicago with 3 guys in double figures. But Bob, can Milwaukee continue to shoot the ball at this kind of pace on their home floor against Chicago?
Probably not.
Well, I agree with you. And so when the defense settles in, you know what's going to happen at some point in this game, Bob. We can mark it down. There'll be a 5-minute sequence where defense will either win or lose the basketball game for one of these teams.
Both teams with their starting lineups on the floor to open the second half. We get a foul against Sigma. An offensive foul, and Chicago leading by 1 will take possession of the ball as we open up the second half. That's the second personal on Jack Sigma.
Well, you look at rebounds also. I think an interesting statistic. Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant combined for only 1 rebound in the first half.
Stacey King, Will Perdue played very well in the first half. They combined for 10 rebounds and 16 points. Paxson with that basket.
John Paxson, another guy who likes to shoot the ball with his left hand around the basket, being a right-handed player. So we have 2 point guards tonight. Both of them like to finish around the basket with their offhand.
Pippen stepped into the lane. Jordan ended up with the ball. Feed inside from Perdue. Grant's tied up there. They'll start it back out at the top with Jordan. Fade away. Doesn't go down. Rebound, Greg Anderson.
See what happened on that play. Michael started to drive. The man started to give help, but realized he could not leave Paxson. As a result, Michael with a jump shot that just didn't go, but he got a point-blank shot at it.
Now Robertson on the drive. Jordan with the foul, and he argues about as vociferously as you'll see Michael Jordan argue a call.
Michael a little upset. He felt he had all ball here. Let's watch it. Look at the balance of Michael Jordan. He reaches in. Looks like a pretty good steal there. And Michael not happy as Alvin Robertson goes to the line. Big night right now as Alvin Robertson knocks in his 21st point of the ball game. At 10 field goals. That's his first time to the free throw line this evening.
Hits them both and has 22, as does Michael Jordan. Bulls by 1. Quiet night for Scottie Pippen so far. $10 on the shot clock for Chicago. Grant looking to post up Perdue.
Well, they've done a nice job pushing him out of the block.
On the run, Grayer reversed it to try to get it. Couldn't. There's the offensive rebound. It's hit back by Robertson, who now has 24. And right away, Phil Jackson's going to get a timeout as the Bucks have regained the lead 63-62. And Milwaukee's regained the lead by 1.
Well, they did a nice job on the last possession. They pushed Will Perdue off the block area. They got him out to about 18 feet. He and Horace Grant were on top of each other. They kicked the steal loose. Milwaukee was able to go out and convert. Let's see if Chicago now comes down, tries to get something going inside at the basket, maybe a post up with Scottie Pippen.
There he is, posted up. Two-man game, Pippen and Jordan. Pippen takes the 15-footer. It doesn't go. Here comes Humphries. Robertson.
When in doubt, launch.
Rebound, Pippen. He had no rebounds in the first half. That's amazing. Great pass to Grant.
It's a good foul, though. I mean, he did not mean to hurt Horace Grant. He went up strong, but you don't give up a layup right now. Alvin Robertson not in foul trouble. That's only his first personal foul of the ball game. So you take that foul and you make Horace Grant go to the line and earn 2. See Horace just outrunning Greg Anderson down the floor, and Alvin Robertson all over the top of him. Let's see if this was a good foul that he's able to maybe steal a point here.
Yes.
Bob, those are all little things that add up during the course of a ball game. You know, you get down to the ball game, you say, boy, we lost by 2. You say, well, we had a technical here, we missed a free throw here.
So it did gain a point for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's tied at 63. Grant has 11 points and only 1 rebound. You see, he averages about 9 a game. Pippen defending Greer.
See, with this team on the floor, really, Humphries the only guy that can make a play off the dribble. All the other guys more stand-up players. Anderson, Sigma, Greer, Alvin Robertson. So the ball's going to have to get in Humphries' hands. He's going to have to create shots for other people on the floor right now.
8 on the shot clock for Milwaukee. Pippen knocking it out of bounds, and now 7 on the shot clock. Greer wanted the foul, didn't get it. 9:27 to go, third quarter. Along with Doug Collins, it's Bob Neal with you from Bradley Center in Milwaukee. Humphries open from the corner. Grant keeping it alive, and Humphries collects it. Look at the penetration.
There it is,
the
right
feed.
there. See, off the dribble, create, drop it off for easy baskets. Humphries going to have to do more of that tonight.
Pippen back quickly, got hammered by Greg Anderson. No foul, but Grant gets the rebound and the putback, and it's tied at 65. Horace Grant with 13 now.
I'm sorry, Bob. The Bulls team speed, see, putting all kinds of pressure right now in Milwaukee. They work very hard on this end, and then the other end, they get out quickly. See if he can penetrate here and make something happen off the dribble.
8 on the shot clock for Milwaukee. Off the dribble, it was Pippen with a near steal. It's out of bounds with 5 on the shot clock.
See, when you get a scouting report on Scottie Pippen, you have to be aware that when you beat him off the dribble, he's going to come from behind you with those long arms. You must push the ball out in front of you. You can't leave it on your hip. He'll kick it loose from you.
Inside to Greer, he was fouled by Pippen. That'll be 3 on Scottie Pippen. That's his third, and next Tuesday, Skip Carey and Rick Barry will be along with Boston at Atlanta. Skip gets all the home games. Is that his contract? What's the deal there?
I think maybe he's got a little bit of home cooking down there.
Yeah, a lot of home cooking.
I know Skip is listening to us tonight. You know that he's riveted to the TNT tonight listening to us at home. We had an unbelievable, bizarre game Skip and I did the other night in Detroit. I still couldn't believe that finish.
Detroit and Philadelphia. 66-65 Bucks, 8:43 to go in the third quarter.
You know, Milwaukee's done a nice job tonight of matching up to John Paxson. They have not given him very many outside shooting opportunities.
Milwaukee keeps hanging in this game. You just think the Bulls are going to blow them away, and they just keep hanging right around and have the 1-point lead. Beautiful play by Scottie Pippen on the baseline. Pippen, a good ball handler, has a lot of turnovers, but he's certainly effective when he has to put it on the floor.
He's improved his dribble. He was very high with his dribble last year. He's getting it down a little bit this year, and it's been much in his benefit.
Tossed out of bounds off Milwaukee. It will belong to the Bulls.
Ooh, almost an over and back, but you got to establish both the ball and the man. That's a good non-call.
Jordan with a no-look to Grant. Oh, my, oh, my, oh, my.
Well, Jack Sigma got caught peeking that time. Michael Jordan was putting on a show. Everyone was watching, and Horace Grant just back-cut him for a beautiful dunk.
Players forget that Jordan has those eyes in the back of his head. The extra set.
Yeah, he really made a great pass that time to a streaking Horace Grant.
Chicago by 3. Anderson has it blocked by Jordan. Paxson is mauled, but gets the pass away anyway. Behind the back to Pippen from Michael.
You know what they wanted to do here, they tried to give a foul on Paxson. The officials realized the Bulls had a breakaway, and they did not make the call. That's a good non-call.
Timeout, Del Harris. He sees this slipping away. Chicago 71-66. Michael Jordan with a little entertainment for you here in the third quarter.
Let's take a look at the previous play with Michael Jordan on penetration. Jack Sikma in the circle. Horace Grant in the red uniform being played by Sikma. Michael's going to penetrate. And as he comes, you're going to watch Jack Sikma. He gets caught up watching Michael Jordan. And in the vision, Horace Grant back cuts him beautifully for a dunk. Great play there by Michael Jordan. Good movement without the ball by Horace Grant. Here's another great pass after a steal. Michael with a little no-look behind the backer to Scottie Pippen for a slam dunk. Scottie Pippen, these are the kind of baskets you must try to take away from him. You must make him shoot the ball from outside. His last 2 buckets have been on either a dunk or a little point-blank shot. You got to make him shoot perimeter jump shots.
Pippen with 9 points in this ball game. Lowhouse in for Milwaukee along with Ricky Pierce. Humphries, as the buzzer sounded, got the shot off, and the Chicago foul. Let's have a look at some scores around the NBA. That foul on John Paxson. Portland and New York in a battle at Madison Square Garden in the fourth quarter. Orlando out in front of Utah, and Atlanta trailing Phoenix at the Omni.
Bob, the way the playoffs work now, for people to understand, the teams that win the divisions get the first 2 seedings, but in the second round, if the team that they're playing has a better record, the home court goes to the team with the best record. So right now, Chicago, if they win tonight and Portland beats New York, although New York would stay ahead of them, the fact that they're second seed, if they played each other in the playoffs, Chicago would have the home court advantage. Very important.
I got that. That's complicated, but you explained it very clearly. Congratulations. Milwaukee behind the pack, Jeff Grayer. Humphries.
In the post, Pierce. They got Pierce on Paxson. They want to clear it out so he can work on him down low.
There it is. Jordan doubles. They back to Humphrey. 7 on the shot clock.
About 3 seconds in the lane. No
ball away by Grayer. About 3 minutes in the lane that time. Pippen bounce pass to King. Nice play. Didn't fall. Grant with a big rebound. And he misses. Grayer with the defensive board for the Bucks. Chicago by 4. Pierce. Didn't get it.
This is Chicago's kind of game right here, though. Milwaukee does not want this. This is a scatter game, speed and quickness. You look at Chicago out on the floor with King, Horace Grant, and Pippen. 3 big men that can all run. Paxson that can shoot. Milwaukee wants to slow the tempo down. Ricky Pierce shot a 3-point shot there that at the time was ill-advised, I think, because of the way the game is starting to unwind here, Bob.
Del Harris discussing what kind of strategy he can use to stop this wide open game by Chicago. Reminds me a little bit of the way, not quite of course, but the way the Lakers can spread the floor out on you and have a big fast team in at the same time.
Well, that's what you become a versatile team with big guys that can run, because what you do is you switch on a lot of different things and you don't worry about who's playing whom. The big problem you have is we see the third quarter field goal percentage. Milwaukee, we talked about would they be able to shoot the ball very well, or as well as they did in the first half. The answer, no.
Jordan with the steal and the kick and the collection and the pass.
Well, Lowhouse
and the foul.
Lowhouse didn't go pick the ball up.
Del Harris is beside himself.
Well, Michael Jordan, the best player in basketball, just wanted the ball more than Brad Lowhouse that time. The ball is rolling loose. Lowhouse got to go pick this ball up. You see it right here. He's going to kick it. Look at him. He relaxes. Michael Jordan goes and gets it. I think the fans also are feeling that it was a kick ball and it should have been a violation, but it's a big 3-point play that could give Chicago an 8-point lead.
Michael gets his foot on it. How about that? Makes the pass even as he goes down to Grant to King.
Position where you want the home court advantage in every odd game you can in the playoffs.
Eight-point lead for Chicago with 5:46 remaining in the third quarter.
Well, right now is where Milwaukee has to stand up and get some easy baskets. They've got to be able to get the ball down the floor against this pressure defense.
Paxson with a steal, misses the jumper. Here comes Ricky Pierce. Anderson with the screen, and then he gets it on the roll. Now back comes Jordan against Humphries. Anderson trying to get there too. Michael will pull up.
Michael's still limping on that ankle. I think, Dale Harris is upset. The technical foul. Dale's got to be very careful here not to get ejected.
Milwaukee, one of the most, maybe the most penalized foul-prone teams in the NBA.
Well, as I was talking to Dale before the game, he felt that, I think he said his team was second behind Miami in most fouls committed on the season.
Exactly.
And then he told me also, he said, you know, Doug, he said, I'm not happy. He said, I sort of feel like right now I've got a running thing going with the officials. And he said, I really don't like it. And you see the technical foul there.
Grant had it batted away on the drive, wanted a call, didn't get it that time. 76-67, Chicago by 9, matches their biggest lead of the game. Roberts and Frank Cornett into the game. Here's Pierce for 3.
See, they're getting nothing easy now. Chicago is just putting a wall up against them. Everything is a jump shot, creating turnovers. As a result, Milwaukee's down in the 20s now shooting in the third period as opposed to 60 that they did in the first half.
Jordan against Fred Roberts. Blocked by Anderson. Grant sticks it back and draws the foul. Anderson got the block, and Michael Jordan is definitely limping in this ball game, but his teammates are filling in admirably, and this is a tough unit the Bulls have on the floor right now.
Well, look at the pirouetting move, and here's Craig Anderson. Great block, but again, the quickness to the basketball. Chicago, Horace Grant, second shot opportunity, and right now Chicago's on the verge of blowing this game open. Remember, we talked about there'd be a 5-minute sequence at some point in the game, and right now Chicago has done that as Michael sits down.
Ed Neely checks in, so it's Pippen and Paxson at the guards for Chicago. Grant, King, and Neely up front. Pippen will move to the 2-guard, and Mark Feil goes over to talk to Michael Jordan. I just checked over on the bench. Michael indicated to Mark Feil that he was all right. He was limping as he left the game.
That's not his shot. He's a slasher, a driver, not a jump shooter, and here he takes a foul. That'll be, I think that's the 15th foul, so it'll be 2 free throws for Scottie Pippen. So right now, Chicago is having their way in this ball game. Great defense. Milwaukee not having the ability to penetrate. Everything they're doing right now, Bob, is on the perimeter. They're not getting the shots to go, getting no second shots, and Chicago's running out and taking advantage.
Milwaukee has scored 8 points in this entire quarter with 4:32 to go. Pippen misses the free throw, but that's not news. And Sigma is back into the ball game. He'll give Anderson a rest.
So it's been 19-8 in this quarter. Right now, Chicago.
There are the feet of Michael Jordan. We said he was limping. He twisted an ankle in the second quarter and seemed to have aggravated a bit here in the third. Chicago by 13. Trying to get Pierce posted again, but this time he's posted up against Pippen.
There's his game right there, and Pippen with a steal.
Pierce cut him off. Grant posted against Sigma down there. They have King on the other side. Del Harris got ejected from the game. Earl Strom just kicked him out of the game. He was ejected on Friday in the game down in Atlanta. You were talking about it, Doug, a very frustrated coach.
Yes, he's had the injuries, and things have not gone well. And, you know, as a coach, it's a lonely feeling when you get injured, when your team just can't get anything sustained. And we see Dale taking a long walk out right now. And as I said, I talked to him before the game. He said he's not happy with the way the things have been going with him with the officials. And you see right tonight another ejection.
Frank Hamlin, Mac Calvin, and in uniform, Mike Dunleavy. What's the deal on Dunleavy? He signs a 10-day player contract. Does that mean he can't be listed as a coach?
Oh, he's getting money from every direction.
Nice pass from Neely into Grant. However, he stepped out of bounds. Don't count the basket.
He's getting paid as a player, as a coach, as an assistant coach. We see Frank Hamlin now. Probably his pension's going up now. Mike is laughing all the way to the bank right now. Former teammate of mine, makes me feel real old when I'm sitting here and he's still playing.
Humphreys penetrates but can't get it to go down. Nothing going right for Milwaukee. There's that slashing move by Robertson. Doesn't fall either.
It's got to be. They got to be shooting 15% this quarter.
14% after that miss. It's 2 fouls on Paxson, and B.J. Armstrong is going to check in for Chicago. We're going to get Alvin Robertson back into the game for Milwaukee. The Bulls lead at 81-67.
Still a lot of time left in this ball game, Bob. We don't want to give the impression that Milwaukee is dead by any stretch of the imagination. But when you look at their player injuries, the firepower is just not there. It's going to be very difficult for them to score 115, 116 points tonight, and Chicago's on pace right now to score that many points. Milwaukee's got to try to get some defensive stops in order to get themselves in an opportunity to win.
81-69 Chicago, and you guessed that Milwaukee was shooting 15%. Statistician Elvin Lindblad has figured it out. It is 16%, Doug. You've got to get better at that. Here's King against Sigma.
See if again, loose balls. Who comes up with it? Chicago. It's the same way they beat Boston the other day, late in the ball game. Got every loose ball. And the quickness to the basket is something you just can't put a price on.
That time Milwaukee got the loose ball. It's Craig Hodges. I thought B.J. Armstrong was coming in for Chicago, but Hodges is in there at guard right now, along with Pippen. 4-3 from Pierce. It was a big one. An emotional lifter, if nothing else, and it's a 9-point Chicago lead.
Well, they'd like to get it maybe to 5 points here at the end of the quarter, 4 or 5. There's still plenty of time, 2.5 minutes. You have to do anything quickly, get some defensive stops.
Grant against Frank Cornett. The turnaround. Horace Grant.
Well, see, there you got Frank Cornett mismatched against Horace Grant. Horace just quicker than he is and took it right to the hoop.
Blocked by Grant as Cornett went in for the stuff. Grant, by the way, had 10 points at the half, has 10 in this quarter. Pippen on the slash and the lay-in. And Chicago's open court game starting to really cut into the Bucks now. 85-72, a lead of 13.
It's been done with defense, though, Bob. We can talk all we want to. They've scored 13 points, Milwaukee, this quarter, for the total difference in the game.
Pierce is fouled on the drive. Minute 56 to go in the third quarter. Jeff Sanders checking in for Chicago. Ed Neely goes to the bench.
Now, I think the important thing for Chicago to do right now is to try to put this Milwaukee team away, Bob. Don't let them back in the ball game. They've got their defensive sequence now set, as we see Portland ahead of New York by 3 right now, Utah over Orlando. Don't give this team any life. This team is at home. They have a lot of pride. Put them away right now.
Bulls by 11. Minute 56 to go in the quarter.
Craig Hodges, that was the old Harlem Globetrotter. Show it, take it back, and go on in, but he got called for the traveling violation.
Mac Calvin about to take the ball and play over there. He's
a little Curly Neal trick. It's show it, pull it back. The only problem is Craig got caught for steps.
Here's Humphreys on the drive. Tough basket against Pippen after he had beaten Hodges.
See, it's still a 9-point game right now, Bob. You know, you get a couple buckets here. Right now, Chicago has basically their second unit on the floor other than Scottie Pippen. A team that really is not going to score points out there. So if you can stop them, you can get back in here.
Michael sitting on the bench for the second half of this third quarter. Neely for 15.
Oh, that ball was on the rim.
It won't count. Pippen with the tip-in, offensive basket interference. They're going to get Michael Jordan back in this game shortly.
That's a smart move. Here's Ed Neely with a jumper. Is it in the cylinder? Yes, it is. Good call. Scottie Pippen right there on the offensive rebound. Good play here by Phil Jackson to get Michael Jordan back in the game. You give this unit out on the floor something to work off of. Hodges, spot-up shooter. Stacey King. Now it's going to free Neely and Sanders up for something that they wouldn't get on their own.
Alvin Robertson. Down low to Gray. Gets the roll.
Right back, we got a ball game.
Less than a minute to go, third quarter.
And you can't leave Hodges. Remember, Hodges is a three-point shooter, so Michael would like to penetrate and pitch if he can to Hodges.
He got the switch.
Michael's having a tough time handling it right now.
7 seconds on the shot clock. The leaner by Jordan. Neely with the rebound, and he draws a foul.
All right, now, Bob, what happens there, okay? You've got Neely in the ball game. Now, Neely individually is not a good offensive player, but as Michael Jordan starts to move around, all eyes go to him. Now, Neely goes to the offensive boards, and he's there for the second shot. He would not have got that opportunity with Michael Jordan sitting on the bench.
Ed Neely is the lowest draft choice active in the NBA. He was drafted by Kansas City on the 8th round in 1982. He's 166th pick.
You know what happened, though? He had some great years for Cotton Fitzsimmons, and
Yes.
Cotton Fitzsimmons always wanted him on his team because you know what you get from a player like that. Ed Neely will be a coach one of these days. He has a tremendous basketball mind.
Chicago by 9, 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Grayer kicks it to Cornette for a 3. He got it. That's the rookie from Vanderbilt. It's a 6-point game. Big bucket there.
Now, the Bulls like to run a little play here for Hodges coming off some screens. I don't know if they'll run it on this particular time, but really like to get him to the three-point line. See if they switch it out.
Michael's going to just penetrate it, stripped away by Grayer and out of bounds. They're going to give it to Milwaukee with 9.3 to go in the quarter. Milwaukee's made a good run here, almost stolen by Jordan. Grayer. Pierce open. This is for 3. No. Rebound Jordan. He launches about an 80-footer that short would not have counted anyway, but the Bucks, who were trailing by 13, have pulled to within 6 for the final 12 minutes from Milwaukee. Well, Frank Hamlin is coaching Milwaukee now since Del Harris was ejected, and Milwaukee went on a 14-6 run after Del left. I guess Frank will bring that up to Del.
Well, many times what will happen is your team will get a little bit of an emotional surge. Now can they maintain it?
Purdue against Sigma. Purdue had 6 first-quarter points, hasn't scored since. Going to take the jumper and get it. Purdue with 8.
See, Jack Sigma just does not have any kind of lift at all right now, and Will just turned and shot the ball right over the top of him.
Sigma draws Purdue away from the basket as he does all the centers. Pierce from 18 feet. It'll count, and the foul.
That's a good call. Michael Jordan hit him on the elbow. It was right in front of us. You could see MJ as the shot went up. He tried to hit him right up underneath the elbow. If official's not watching it, watch it now. Watch on the elbow, right there. And that, you know what? That looks like it doesn't mean very much. That can send a shot off about as much as a foot.
You mean hitting him with his foot? That's not what you meant, is it?
No.
It's a 5-point game, 11:25 remaining. Along with Doug Collins, his best buddy Bob Neal from the
That's
Bradley
right.
Center in
You are my
Milwaukee.
best buddy, Bob. You and Chris Collins.
Chris with a very successful basketball season for Glenbrook North as Will Purdue loses it, but Pippen gets it with 5 on the clock. This is the jumper. Jordan kept it alive. All the little things. We remember the highlights, but that's one of those little moves that he makes so many times in a game to keep this team going.
Well, that gives you 24 more seconds. It gives your team another opportunity and forces Milwaukee to play more defense as they're trying to catch up in this game.
Jordan over Cornette.
There's another offensive rebound.
Over Pierce to Jordan for the monster jam over Sigma. Oh, my.
Well, that's what people paid to see right there. 4 opportunities for the Bulls, and Michael just skied over the top of Jack Sigma. I think that angle looked like it was okay on that one.
Milwaukee has been able to hold Michael Jordan to 25 points in this game. Shot clock down to 7. Cornette for 3.
Look at Michael pick that ball loose.
There's Neely and Hodges out there. Down to Neely for the lay-in.
I need a timeout, Frank. Got to check your timeout situation. You might want a timeout or a 20.
He's asking about it right now on the sideline. Frank Hamlin coaching since Del Harris was ejected. Chicago by 9. 9:57 to go in the game.
See Michael Jordan playing Ricky Pierce right now. Michael, one of the top defensive players. He's going to make Ricky Pierce work for everything.
Sigma from 14 feet gets the roll. Chicago by 7. Sigma with only 5 points in the game. Remember, he's been out the last couple with a sciatic nerve problem. Gamely playing tonight, trying to post Purdue down low against Sigma. Pippen will take it from 18. Scotty has 14 points in the game and only 5 at the half. Pierce using Cornette to try to get loose. They make a Michael Jordan sandwich. Pierce hits the bucket, but they're going to get the foul called against Cornette. That's against Pierce, his second.
See, Michael Jordan's made about 4 plays in this quarter. He's kept 2 offensive balls alive. He's picked the ball loose up off the floor. And here's a pass to Ed Neely for a layup. But he's made some significant little things. We see the big jam over Sigma, but as you talked about, those little things that give your team possession of the ball all count.
Like fighting through that very difficult screen with Pierce and Cornette are big players. And that's where he takes the physical pounding. I understand Michael's ordered some weight equipment into his home now and says he's going to work a little bit more on the weights because he's taking such a physical pounding this season.
I'm sure that's what the opponents just want to hear. They want Michael to be stronger.
Over Robertson.
There's another offensive rebound. Uh-oh, watch this. This could be good.
Robertson is fouled by Jordan.
That had the earmarkings of something special right there. You knew Michael wasn't going to give anything up, right? And Alvin Robertson going to the hoop. Michael with his 4th foul, but here you see Robertson. He knows he better try to dunk it. There's MJ up, and he actually palmed that ball and moved it over. Watch him. Let's see if we can see him move it. He takes it up, and here he's going to move it. At the last minute, Michael almost blocked that shot cleanly. That was a beautiful play.
Doug, I'm telling you, it is the answer to adding even more excitement to the slam dunk contest. You've got to have defensive players.
Yeah, that would be good. Jumping over the top of people. Yeah, who's going to be the guy back there that gets slammed on?
Robertson, 25 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals.
You know, Milwaukee is still hanging in this game. It's 7 points. That's 3 possessions. But they've got to stop the Bulls down here, and they can't give them any offensive rebounds.
Pippen pulls up from 17. Scottie Pippen heating up a bit here now. He has 16.
But that's the shot you must make him hit. The little medium-range jump shot. Scottie Pippen, a tremendous driver to the basket finisher. If he has a weakness, it's a medium-range jump shot.
Humphries kicks it out to Grayer. He's got that shot from Iowa State. 7-point Chicago lead. It's Jordan and Hodges in the backcourt for Chicago with Pippen, Grant, and King. A lot of speed on the floor. There's that trap. Pippen blasts his way through it. Earl Strom with the whistle.
Well, Milwaukee made an adjustment that time. Scottie Pippen had twice run screen roll, come off taking a shot. That time they went out and trapped him. They forced him to give the ball up. The problem is you're going to leave Hodges, and he's going to knock a 3 in on you. So looks like Scottie wanting to run screen roll again. This time they'll run it with Michael Jordan.
King sets the pick. Rolls down into the corner. And gets the handoff from Michael. Blocked by Grayer. Humphries against Hodges and Grant. And he draws the foul. The team foul situations, that'll be 3 against Chicago, 1 against Milwaukee with 7:38 to go in the game.
You know, one thing Stacey King is going to have to learn, Bob, is around the basket, you must dunk the basketball. You've got to go strong. He wants to lay the ball in all the time. You've got to go up and you've got to make people foul you. At Oklahoma, you can get away with those little finger rolls. Here, your guards will block those shots. Stacey's got to get a little different mentality. Attack that basket. He has all the skill to get to the free throw line 7, 8, 9 times a ball game.
Is our slant? No, we'll call this the free throw game. The charity stripe camp. Milwaukee was shooting, what, 58%, 61% at the half. They're down to 30% for the game now.
And it's a 5-point ball game.
97-92 Chicago, 7:32 remaining. You got Jordan posted. Kicks it out to Pippen for 3. Jordan steals the rebound and keeps it alive. There he goes again.
So, I mean, he gives your team another possession. Now look what happens. 2 points. I mean, what can you say about Michael Jordan? I know it sounds like we're, the Michael Jordan show, but the guy does everything.
Good thing it's TV. They wouldn't believe us. 99-92 Chicago. Robertson, who opened the game on fire.
It's Michael's 5th foul.
Big foul by Jordan there with 6:54 to go in this game. That was significant. Because I'll tell you what, minus all those things Michael Jordan has been doing in this 4th quarter, Milwaukee might even be closer than they are now, and they trail by 7.
You're right. All right, let's take a look at Michael Jordan now as Michael has to take a seat with 6:54. Michael in control here, telling his team what he wants them to run out on the floor. He's going to come across. He's going to miss the jump shot. Scottie Pippen with an excellent offensive rebound. Michael cutting to the basket and a beautiful give and go here. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen for the slam dunk. Now, what will happen with MJ on the bench?
Chicago leading it by 7 with 6:49 remaining in the game.
Well, Ed Neely got caught out with Alvin Robertson. That was a mismatch speed-wise. How long will Chicago be able to stay with Michael on the bench? Who will pick up the slack here with the scoring?
Grant against Sigma. Sigma pushing him off the blocks. They get it to B.J. Armstrong in the corner. Kept alive nicely by Pippen. That was a very big play by Scottie Pippen.
Boy, just the little things of getting your team another shot, moving 24 seconds off the clock.
From the corner, Scottie Pippen.
And the Bulls have made him pay every time that has happened.
That was a 2-pointer, by the way. But Pippen is really lightening it up in this corner, has 18. 101-94.
You got Alvin Robertson with Ed Neely. They ought to isolate, let him get the basketball, clear it out. I don't know if they recognize this or not, but Neely cannot play Alvin Robertson.
We've got Grayer and Sigma in a 2-man game on the other side of the floor instead. Shot clock down to 4. Grayer throws up a prayer. Kept alive. Robertson sticks it back up. He misses this one. King with a rebound.
And he was mugged. I think that Robertson could have taken Neely in that possession. They tried to run a set play to go into Sigma. 10-second violation on B.J. Armstrong.
Rookie mistake, was not aware of the 10 seconds, taking his time coming up court, listening to play instructions as he brought it up very slowly from his coach. Chicago 101, Bucks 94. And a significant violation.
Now they've got Horace Grant against Alvin Robertson. I still think that's a matchup Milwaukee can exploit. Pierce has checked in too. Here's Humphrey off the dribble. Humphreys has 17. 5-point Chicago lead. Pippen loses his man, misses the jumper. Robertson runs against B.J. Armstrong to Pierce. It's a 3-point game. Pierce has 19. Timeout, Chicago. Our Honda leaders, you see that Alvin Robertson leads the NBA in steals with 2.69, but Pippen and Jordan are not far behind with 2.5 and 2.42 per game. Here's Alvin Robertson in action on the offensive end. Beautiful pass to Ricky Pierce, and now it's a 3-point ball game. Michael Jordan went out, 6:54, scored 99-94, and in that period of time, the Bulls scored 2 points. Michael Jordan now back in the basketball game, has to be very smart not to reach in and get any kind of silly foul. Michael Jordan with 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 27 points, 1 steal, and 5 fouls. Going right in the post for Michael Jordan against Alvin Robertson. Eight on the shot clock. Jordan at the baseline. He drew the foul from Robertson. And Alvin Robertson has 3 personal fouls. And it's time for our Minute Maid Minute. We'll take a look at field goal percentage Milwaukee 51%. They were shooting 61% at the half, only 30% in the third quarter. Points in the paint. You see the Bulls, many of those on second shot, third shot opportunities. We felt that's where the game would be won or lost there. Plus 19, and Del Harris was ejected as Michael Jordan steps up and makes the first free throw.
Michael Jordan had 22 at the half. He's had only 8 field goal shots this half.
I still think that ankle's bothering me. It looks like he's limping a little bit, picking his spots.
He's only 4 points below his league-leading average of 33, however, at this point, with 4:28 to go.
The Bucks want to take it to the basket. The Bulls are in the penalty. So take it to the hoop. That's what you want to do. Get to the foul line or attack the basket. Don't settle for jump shots, Bob.
Alvin Robertson settling for the slashing drive, and Robertson has 29 to match Jordan's 29. 3-point Chicago lead.
Right now, Michael in the post. Where's the help going to come from?
Sigma. And Grant gets the pass, draws the personal foul. Anderson now has, check it, they're going to give it to Robertson. He has 4 personal fouls. That was a big foul on Alvin Robertson.
Well, Portland a big win in New York. Phoenix beating Atlanta. Beating Atlanta. I thought we had the score the other way. Detroit winning. Indiana up on beating Washington. Horace Grant missing. And we have a rain delay, Bob. We're going to have to fill. You and I are going to have to fill some time here. Condensation in Denver on the floor.
It's a dream come true. This is our break into showbiz.
Well, we want airtime and on camera is what we want.
Exactly. Grant gets 1 out of the 2. Chicago by 4 with exactly 4 minutes remaining. Rain delay in Denver. Humphries kicks it out to Robertson's got 31. That was a 3-pointer. Make it 32. It is a 1-point game.
All done from the penetration. Pull the defense, kick it out. Alvin Robertson, beautiful shot. Let's see if the Bulls go back to Michael Jordan again, try to get to the free throw line.
Jordan mismatched against Sigma. He'll pull up and shoot that one and miss it. Anderson with a rebound, but he loses it. King misses. Anderson didn't lose this rebound.
Take it to the hoop. Take it to the hoop. No jump shots.
They got Pierce down low, but Pippen is guarding him. That's a 2-pointer by Humphries, and the Bucks have a 1-point lead with 3:11 to go. Chicago had led by as many as 13. Six on the shot clock for the Bulls. Jordan beats Sigma. Off the glass, gets the roll.
Oh, beautiful shot. Greg Anderson on the fly. Came over to block the shot. Michael up over the top, kissed it in off the glass. And now can Milwaukee continue to score and get any defensive stops? That will be the key. 2.5 minutes of defense.
Humphries kicks it to Sigma. He'll try the 15, now 14-footer.
See, he had no legs on that shot at all. Normally he'll shoot a 3 from out there, just couldn't get it done.
Paxson is spotted up in the corner, but Pippen took it into the paint. It's Chicago by 1.
It's a big possession right here. They'd like to be able to get a 3-point lead. They're isolating, see if Michael can turn the corner.
Pierce with an excellent defensive position. Jordan with 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Paxson. He spots up in the corner from 17. John Paxson, almost an automatic jump shooter.
Not only that, but John Paxson, I think that's his second shot of the whole second half. I think he had a driving layup. I don't think he took another shot.
Exactly. Has 7 in the game.
This is a must-score possession here for Milwaukee. They've got to be able to get something going. Try to get Pierce maybe against Scottie Pippen.
There it is. Pierce in the paint. What a shot by Pierce. He had to just kind of hook it up from the right side. It wouldn't fall. Chicago by 3 with 1:35.
That looked like he went away from the contact that time. He had Scottie Pippen in a position of vulnerability, went away from it instead of trying to draw the foul.
Pierce, one of the best free throw shooters in the NBA, but did not get that. And Chicago leads by 3. 5 on the shot clock. King hard to the hoop. Drew the foul, but does not get the roll.
Nice move there by Stacey King. Little give and go with he and John Paxson. He faked the handoff and just took it right to the basket.
Chicago has a 2-to-1 edge in games played this year against Milwaukee.
How about that roll? That was kind. That hit every aspect of the rim before it went in.
King has 15 points in this ball game. He's played big in the absence of center Bill Cartwright. Cartwright, by the way, may be back in the Chicago lineup for their game in Chicago on Thursday against Utah. Timeout Milwaukee, and Chicago has rebuilt a 5-point lead with a minute 18 remaining. Chicago by 5, minute 18 to go.
Be aware now of Humphries penetrating and pitching for a three-pointer to Sikma. He likes to throw back to Sikma now.
There it is. You called it again, Coach. Sikma, however, missed the three-pointer. It was the exact play they'd called on the sideline. I want you to come coach my referee.
That's not where I should be. That's where I should be. Right?
You can even fix us. 50 seconds to go in the ball game. It's Chicago now in the hands of Michael Jordan. The ball away and the nail in the coffin. Michael Jordan with 33, exactly on his season average. Pierce goes for 3. Pippen kept it alive. It went off of somebody's foot. We're going to say it belongs to Milwaukee. 33.2 seconds remaining.
Another loose ball there.
They're saying Chicago, excuse me.
Scottie Pippen kicked it loose off of one of the Bucks' foot, so.
Jordan has it stripped away, still got across inside the 10-second count. Now Paxson. Bulls spreading it out. Time remaining in the lower right of your screen. Jordan gets the roll. He has 35 with 10.5 seconds to go. The Bulls continue their mastery of the Milwaukee Bucks. At the horn, the basket does not count. Chicago 114. Milwaukee 105. Michael Jordan with a tremendous performance tonight. Yes, he had 35 points. Yes, he had 9 rebounds, but it was the little things he did that led Chicago to the win.